Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe.
I wanted to do a video today about using cameras like the SJ4000 Wi-Fi or the SJCAM M20 for blogging or vlogging, or rather how you can't really use them as your main vlogging or blogging camera because the audio on these cameras just isn't good enough. They'll give you great picture quality, video quality, stills quality, you can do time lapses and all sorts of funky stuff, but they don't do audio very well. If you want to use one of these babies as your main vlogging camera, you're going to have to use an additional audio source, like something like a Zoom H1 handy recorder with a lav mic, and I'll put links in the description below about how you can do that. But rather what you're better off doing is using something like the SJCAM 4000 or the M20 or any action camera as a B-roll camera to supplement the main word you're saying. Just look up someone like Casey Neistat on YouTube, who is phenomenally successful as a vlogger, and you'll see that the majority of his videos are made up of B-roll. So there we go. So what I'm going to roll next is a short video, like a vlog if you like, of me going out, essentially using it as a opportunity to take stills to test the SJCAM M20. And what I'll be doing is I'll be using the SJCAM M20 for stills, and I'll be recording all the video on the SJ4000 and the time lapses on the SJ4000, apart from the pieces to camera like I'm recording now, although it's not to camera. Anything with audio like you can hear now will be recorded on my phone, which is a Motorola X-Play. So anyway, let's roll that and let's see what you can do with your phone, an SJCAM action camera, and a little bit of effort in post-processing. Down at just off Pretty Hard, actually, just testing out the stills capability of the SJCAM M20 and taking some video with the SJ4000. I was going to do a time lapse down here, but unfortunately the tide's gone out and there's not much wind, so the clouds aren't moving very quickly either, so it would be a pretty boring time lapse. Anyway, so I need to drop some paperwork off at the garage, so yeah, let's carry on moving and grooving. What you've got to remember about these action cameras is they are really kind of just that. They're designed for taking really good high quality video at a very wide angle, because when you're moving around doing exciting things you want to minimise camera shake, and a really simple and cheap way to do that is by having a super wide angle lens. So, you know, the stills quality, they're not basically designed to be excellent stills cameras, but you can still get some interesting facts, interesting photos. And the beauty is with that wide angle lens you get some interesting perspectives too. What's interesting about the SJCAM M20 though is the fact that it has this great Sony 16 megapixel sensor, which obviously gives us 2K, well, the potential for 2K video recording, which is great, although I'll probably stick to 720p, but also, you know, photos where we've got real elbow room to not only crop in and get the framing that we want, but also do some fairly serious manipulation in terms of black and whites, tone curves, contrast, colour, that sort of thing.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school, so you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby.
Okay, so we've had lunch, and I say we, I mean me, it's not like the royal we, and I'm back out again with the testing, well, not really testing, I guess, well, you could say testing. Having a bit of fun with the still camera on the SJCAM M20 while using the SJ4000 as my kind of B-roll for video and stuff. Anyway, so got a camera bag this time. It's a lovely sunny day, probably a little bit too bright actually for taking still photographs, but what the hey. Okay, so I think I've taken enough stills with the SJCAM M20. I'll put the good ones in a little slideshow next, and well, thanks for accompanying me on this little walk around a little bit of Gosport. Okay, so that's the little blog done, and hopefully it's kind of give you an idea how you can use your SJCAM 4000 Wi-Fi or your M20 or any action camera as really quite a nice B-roll camera. Remember the beauties in the B-roll, and use something like, I don't know, SLR, or as I'm using here, use your the camera on your phone to give you pretty good quality video, but with better audio than you'll ever get out of something like the SJCAM M20 or the SJ4000 Wi-Fi. And if you're questioning the value of B-roll, just look up like Casey Neistat on YouTube, and basically his videos, say he does a typical 7-minute video, probably 6 minutes of that is all B-roll, and then he fills it with his actual content, and it is incredibly entertaining, and it is incredibly important, because talking heads like this, you know, you only listen to my words a little bit and then you're probably switching off already. But you know, when we're seeing action with the B-roll cutting into that, it definitely holds people's attention much better. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you've got any questions at all about how I put this video together or the techniques I use, please put any questions or comments down below. Email me, scalespeed@gmail.com. I'm always here to help, and in fact your ideas and questions are the things that really drive me on to do other videos about things maybe I hadn't thought of. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.